Hello student, this video is related to the English literature chapter 4 part 1 Tipty the flying squirrel. Tipty is the name of the squirrel. Actually the Tipty is not as a squirrel, it's just a bat which have a fox head, or the head which just look like a fox. So in this chapter, we basically this story is related to the pet animal, and writer explain it very beautifully as how Tipty play with him, and how he cared to it, and Tipty also have a lot of friends and all the story is very interesting in all the ways, but in the last we are seeing a quite sad part of this story. That's when we will explain the chapter, then may you understand it well. Now just see the glossary of the story. What's the important some words meaning which really important while studying the explanation of the chapter. To see the first word, pungent. What's the meaning of it? A strong licking for something. As same as like the pet animals, some of the pet animals just start to be licking to their masters. The same conditions is known as the pungent. The next word is flying fox. What's the meaning of it? A large bat with a head like that of a fox. As I already told you, a large bat, it's a bat. Bat means the same who whose most of the things active at night. The same animal, small animal, but quite in a large shape. That is known as a large bat with a head like that of a fox, which head just look like a fox. That is known as a flying fox. Specimen copy, as we already know, if we are purchasing or something that's not for the selling and all, it's only for the examples, simple examples of something. That is known as a specimen. What's the meaning of the specimen? A single example of something, especially an animal or a plant. That is known as a specimen. The next is a nocturnal. Nocturnal, what's the meaning of it? The animals who active at night. Bat is the one, but another one is also, that is the owl is also comes in the same category. And flying fox, flying squirrel, Tipty. Flying squirrel, Tipty is also comes under the same category. That's why nocturnal is the one most important part of the life of such kinds of animal, because they only active at night. The next is indulge. To allow oneself to have or do something that one like. Something that we would like to allow oneself to have or do something that one like. What's another one's like? That's if we will do the same thing, that is known as a indulge. Toilet, it's the same word that we are using in our daily life. Shaggy. Shaggy means long, untidy hair or fur. Shaggy, which have a lot of furs and hair, just shake something, have a bunch of fur, that is known as a shaggy, which quite long and untidy hairs or fur or something like it. That is known as a shaggy. The next is married. Sorry. What's the meaning of it? Damaged or spoiled. Married, what's the meaning of it? Damaged or spoiled. The next is kernel. What's the meaning of the kernel? The inner part of a sheet, grain or nut. When we will just open a sheet sheet of any plant, any fruits and all, and what's the inner part we will see in it, that's known as the kernel. As if you have a peanut, just we open it and just on the top of it you will find a such kinds of this types of part that is known as which is known as a kernel. The next is natural history. It's a simple one. Natural history means is the scientific study of plants and animal. Something which we would like to be study of plants and animal is known as a natural history. The next is assertion. What's the meaning of it? A declaration or statement unusually without support or proof. Any proof, any statement which have not any statement or any declaration, statement or anything, something like any document which have a no proof to be explained, that term is known as a assertion. What's it's known? Assertion. The next is lab, to take up with a tongue. It's a simple one. The next is lumbering, moving slowly and clumsily. Moving slowly and clumsily. Something animal just like a walk. It's a one types of walk that is known as a lumbering, means moving slowly and clumsily. The next is overshoot, means to go beyond. Something which is go beyond is known as a overshoot. Endurance. What's the meaning of it? The capacity to keep doing something painful or difficult for a long time without making any complaints. As an animal is suffering with a lot of pain, even he is not complaining for it, that is known as a endurance. Next is invariably, means is without fail. Something which never will fail is known as invariably. Next is assortment, means is a variety, a collection of various things. Assortment, a collection of various things. If we are collecting a lot of things somewhere, that is known as a assortment. The next is roused. Means is awakened, became active. Roused, which means is became active. Relentless means is not showing any mercy, refusing to give up. When we are not show any mercy about anything, that term is known as a relentless. The next is naturalist. What's the meaning of it? A person who studies animal worlds and plant. That person is known as a naturalist. May you understand well? I told you the short summary of the story already at the beginning of this chapter. Just try to read chapter today and learn these glossary, and tomorrow we will discuss about explanation of the chapter. Thank you.